Hey there. How's it going? Are you guys doing okay? My name is Mr. J3T, aka Big Sexy, aka Chocolate Thunder with a caramel swirl, aka Black Lightning with peanut butter filling, aka the pride of Louisville, Kentucky. Yeah, the pride of Louisville, Kentucky. I do, reviews on comic books, video games, anime, cartoons, movies, TV shows, all that. And today, we're going to be talking about a new movie called Project Power, starring one Jamie Foxx and one Joseph Gordon-Levitt. So, Project Power is about a man who's trying to find his daughter, who was stolen from him by this company who makes this little pill that gives you superpowers, but only for 5 minutes. And that's the gist. So, right off the bat, the VFX, they're great. The special effects in here are great. They're very fluid. There was one scene where Jamie Foxx's character, Major or Art, the characters call Jamie Foxx's character Major and Art, so I think he goes by both of them. So there was one fight between Jamie Foxx's character and a character named Newt, played by Machine Gun Kelly. Yeah, the guy who got roasted by Eminem. and his power in that moment is very appropriate because he was burning. Because his skin was burning and he was on fire. That's exactly the state that he was in after Eminem roasted the shit out of him. That's exactly the state he was in. So, the VFX were very good. Nothing seemed fake. There was one specific power where the guy's bones protruded from his body, and it was cool. That looked practical, so it was cool. The powers in here are cool. The catch is, though, I believe I already said that it only lasts for 5 minutes, and you don't really know what power you're gonna get until you take it. So it could be a cool power, but it could be a lame power. Also, one hit could kill you, so hey, if you want to risk it, that's fine by me. Actually, now that I think about it, let me know down below in the comments if you would risk it, if you would take one of these pills, knowing that one hit could potentially kill you, or you would end up having a lame power. Let me know down below in the comments if you would take the pill, because me, even though having superpowers would be cool, it only lasts for 5 minutes, and I ain't trying to die. So, they do answer, like, a question that I had about the pill, like, what would happen if you take another one after your 5 minutes are up? Like, would you... And, they answered that pretty quickly, because Machine Gun Kelly's character, Newt, he takes 3 after one wore off. The pill that he ate originally wore off, and he ended up ODing. He ended up overdosing and died in a huge, glorious explosion. So, yeah, that answered my question quickly. You would blow the fuck up. Pardon my language. So, the VFX are cool. There's one little... I don't know what to call it, because it's not a nitpick, because I guess it's a nitpick, because I'm not hating on it. I don't hate the decision. It's just something that I noticed. Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character, he plays a cop named Frank. He ends up taking some pills, right? Now, remember when I said that you don't know what power you're going to get until you take it? It seems that he conveniently got the power that made him invulnerable. That makes him invulnerable. Excuse me. Because every time he would take a pill, and he would get shot at, like, he would always seem to just have invulnerability. So, that's something that I noticed. He always seemed to conveniently take the pill that gives him invulnerability from gunfire and all that. It's just a little something that I noticed. Uh, this is Joseph Gordon-Levitt's third movie this year because in interviews he said that he took a few years off because he became a dad recently and he wanted to spend time with his kids. But he's back now, and this is the third movie that he was in this year. So he does a pretty good job, you know? He's Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He's proven himself to be a great actor, so he did good in this role. Jamie Foxx, he's also a great actor too. He brought a lot to the role. He was having fun, you could tell. And there's this character named Robin. I forget the actress's name. She also did a good job. The thing that the Jamie Foxx and Robbins, they form a bond through the movie, and it's pretty cool to see them, you know, growing, because the way they first met is really, really scary. And props to Robin's actress, because she did a great job. Because what I'm talking about is essentially Jamie Foxx's character kidnapped Robin, and he's interrogating her, and she acts appropriately to this big ass black dude kidnapping you and putting you in a truck. She reacts appropriately. She's crying, stumbling words, like she. Good for her. That's what I'm saying. Good on her. Good on her, actress. She did a good job. I felt her terror. But their relationship evolves through the movie. They get friendlier with each other, and that's cool to see. Now the villains. That's really the big problem that I have with the movie. We don't really know who the villains are, because we first see this one guy who seems to be the villain. Sorry if you could hear that. That's my brother yelling. Sorry if you can hear that. Anyway, there was one guy that we met that seemed like he was going to be the villain, since he was in the trailers and all that, but he ends up getting he's out, and the actual villain, I'm assuming, doesn't show up until like near the end of the movie, and I wish they could have developed the villain more, or maybe we can just have the people who created the pill as this anonymous source, or like we couldn't even mention them and just have our own story of like probably like some criminal or rival gangs or something, like, because this takes place in like New Orleans, so maybe we could have had another story going on and just left the people who actually made the pill just anonymous, because they didn't build up the villains well. I didn't really care. I didn't really care that much about the villain. But it's cool. It's a cool movie. The pills itself, they're cool. It's a cool concept. A pill that gives you powers for 5 minutes. And as you can imagine, people are doing a lot of crimes, because we see a man who's robbing a bank. He has this little camouflaging ability, this little chameleon. You know the little reptile from Tangled, how he could, you know, camouflage himself, blend in with the environment. That's basically his power. He can blend in with the environment, camouflage. That was cool. We get to see, like, as I said, Machine Gun Kelly's power. He's fire, basically. What else? Oh yeah, another thing that I want to mention, they show that some of these powers have some serious drawbacks. Like, there's this one specific scene, this really gruesome scene, like, is gruesome the right word? Is gruesome the right word to describe it? This unsettling, I think that's the right word to describe it. Unsettling scene where a woman who just took the pill gets these ice powers, right? And the whole chamber is heated up to keep her ice powers at bay. But when the chamber malfunctions, her power is literally freezing her to death. Her power is just freezing her, and it's slow too. She's slowly freezing and she's slowly breaking apart. It's a really unsettling scene, and I honestly felt really bad for her. I felt so bad for her, and I didn't even know her name. It's just, and props to her actress too, because she really sold the terror of that whole situation. That was just a really, really unsettling scene to watch. I felt so bad for her. So yeah, this movie shows that these powers have drawbacks. These powers have, it's a double-edged sword, basically. With Machine Gun Kelly's character, I explained that he has burns all over his body because of this firepower. So, yeah. These powers have their drawbacks, and that's cool to see. All in all, it's a really good movie. It's also a short movie. I think it comes in at about like an hour and 45 minutes. So it's a relatively short movie, so you can just get through it. It's a really good movie. It's not the best in the world. It's not going to win any Academy Awards, but if you want a movie that you can just turn your brain off and just have fun for like an hour, this is the movie for it. It's a fun movie. The characters are they're cool. The villains, the powers in this are really cool. Of what you can see of the powers, they're really cool. And the concept of this pill is just a really interesting idea. And I think this movie would have been better as a TV series, so we can like see people, all different kinds of people trying this pill and seeing what powers they get, or if they just die on the spot, die immediately. So yeah, I think this would have been better as a series, but hey, what do I know? I'm just an idiot on YouTube. I'm not an idiot. Big brain. Remember? Big brain. I'm smart. I'm just being humble. So, but it's a good movie. I give it 2 thumbs up. It's on Netflix right now, so if you want to watch it, go on. And after you watch it, why don't you tell me what you thought about it in the comments? If you want to. You don't have to if you want to. I'm not forcing you. God, I'm not forcing you. I wouldn't force you guys to do anything. Anyway, subscribe. Subscribe. I'm forcing you to do that. Subscribe. See, wait a minute. Subscribe. Subscribe. Like this video. Like this video. Subscribe, or I'll find you. I will find you. And I will talk to you about why you didn't subscribe. You know, why? It's free. Why? Deuces.